Hi Gemini, welcome to your reading. Okay, so what we're doing the numbers as well. So Geminis, whenever your date of birth is, it doesn't matter. So we're going to be covering the numbers from 1 to 9 and I'll explain as I go along. And we have a message here for everybody. So just as I say, just take what resonates with you. And today's date, the 20th of October. And let's get on with the reading, Gemini, and see what we have for you. All right, so I'm starting off with my number 1 Geminis. All right, so if your birthday is on the 28th of May, the 1st, the 10th, or the 19th of May, June, sorry, not May, June. So the 1st, 10th, or 19th of June. So we just have a look. Right, the two cards that came out for you from the Lenormand, you have the Tower and the Bear card. All right, so this covers the Bear and the Tower together. This can cover anything to do with banks, bank accounts, tax offices. It's a powerful organisation, all right? But also I'm picking up here official protection or some sort of official legal protection here. Now, the thing is, I've got the child card that's showing up here because I've used different Lenormand decks for the different numbers. So it's showed up here for you Geminis 3 times, at least 3 times for 3 different numbers. And one of them numbers I feel is yours. Although the child card is not here, if we look at this Bear card, we see the bear is protecting a child. So I'm sort of thinking along the lines of child protection, some sort of big, you know, whatever it is that does, you know, child protection, social services, whatever, something legal to make sure that there's protection here for children. One of my Libra readings had something quite similar as well that I'd done just before this one. And yeah, so I'm feeling a very protective energy here towards a child or a young person, a person that's younger than you. All right, Gemini, so this could be, as I say, you know, even when the child does come out, it's a young person, it could be a child, it could be your child, it could be a person that's younger than you, like a brother, or a younger brother or sister. This could be a niece, a nephew, a cousin, you know, whatever, you know, a younger friend even, you know, whoever this young person is to you. Right, your oracle card, the oracle card you got was the admiration card. All right, it's time to think about everything you appreciate here. Okay, so that's a lovely message, but also excuse me, also I'm picking up, you know, you're doing it whatever you can within your means to protect a younger person. All right, so something's going on here to do with a younger person where some sort of authority and maybe just your protection, doing what it takes to protect a younger person. But let's have a look and see what we have from the tarot. Seven of Pentacles. So far you have the Six of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. And the last card for this row, for this number, my number 1 Geminis. See if one comes out. I'll take the bottom card. All right, so you've got all pentacles here. So we have the Ten of Pentacles, all right? So maybe this is a protection as well of sort of doing what you can for somebody here, all right? Creating a secure environment for this young person, all right? So somebody that has grown up with you, somebody you've grown up with. This is all about this energy here. The Six of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles. Lovely cards, all right? All three of these cards. It shows that you're making plans for this person, or that you are, I feel that you're giving some words of wisdom to this young person as well. You know, some really good advice. Advice and guidance. Okay, all right then, so let's just have a look. My number 2 Geminis, all right, this is for those of you who have a birthday on the 29th of May, the 2nd, the 11th, or the 20th of June. So let's have a look. Okay, so your 2 cards here, my number 2s, is the Anchor and the Fox. Okay, so with the Anchor, let me just cross that last one out. Just give me a sec. There we go. Right, so this one, the Anchor and the Fox, all right? So this is something about, it can be about work stability, a permanent job, or taking maybe shortcuts here. I just feel for you, if this is work related, my number 2s, it can be that you just know how to, I don't want to say work people, but you just know how to get round people. You know how to get in first. You know how to do it discreetly, to build this sort of security, obviously, to secure a position for yourself, whether this, you know, this is a high position where you work, or a deal, something like that, sort of securing a deal. All right, so this is very stable and very permanent, making your sort of position a permanent, making sure that it's going to be long lasting, like a permanent position. And again, this energy coming through of doing whatever it takes as well to do that, you know, in whatever strategy or way that you do things. All right, so sometimes, I mean, obviously most times we do have to try and look out for ourselves first, so it's a survival of the fittest sort of thing. All right, Gemini, so let's have a look. Let's just pull 3 tarot cards for you for that one. Oh, so we have one that come over here. So you do have the King of Swords. All right, knowing how to talk as well with that King of Swords, you know, knowing the right things to say and how to speak to someone or people around you, you know, sort of a little bit like having the gift of the gab and knowing what you're talking about. Let's have a look. So I'm going to pull one from the top. Okay, so this is something, this could be something. Now you do have the Fool, the King of Swords, the Fool, and the Star, which is lovely. Lovely cards to have. All right, the Magician, that's your card as well, Gemini, the Magician. All right, so this is an energy of stepping into something or making sure that you get that position that you really want, all right, because it's got a lot of potential, and it's something that can be, obviously, that you can establish that's going to last a long time. This is lovely. So this is about stepping into maybe a new job, you know, a new business, anything like that, and sort of having the answers or having what it takes to sort of secure this position, all right. Okay, so let's have a look. So let's move on now. My number 3s. So for my number 3 Geminis, this is for those of you born on the 30th of May, the 21st, the 12th, or the 3rd of June. So the 30th of May, we say the 3rd, the 12th, or the 21st of June. Let's have a look. So your cards, number 3s, you have the ring and the child. So this is where the child comes out here again. With the ring, this is a bond you have with a child or a younger person, as I said before, with my number 1s there. This is a very protective card, a very strong bond you have with a younger person. This could have something to do, as I said, because of in the number 1 there, we have the Tower and we have the Bear. So this is about legal protection. This could be adoption, and it's a parental bond, okay? And this is something to do maybe with the relationship you have with a child or a younger person. A committed start, or the shared curiosity of a child. I've got that as well. All right, so let's have a look. A strong bond you have with a child or a younger person. Very protective over this younger person. Again here. Let's have a look. Let's pull some tarot. So what do we have for my number 3 Geminis? Okay. Lovely. We have the Sun. We have the Lovers, and we have the 10 of Wands. All right, so whatever's happened here, Gemini, obviously looking on the bright side of things here, especially when it comes to a relationship that didn't work out. All right, so that could have something to do with shared responsibility of a child. All right, so this is sort of two different, obviously parents, separated parents that have a custody of children. Also, we have challenges here with this situation, because I do feel there is somebody here around you, possibly a woman. All right, so whatever your gender is, Gemini, male or female, it doesn't matter, but there is a woman around you that is trying to tempt a younger person maybe to do something that's not really in the long run best for their interests. All right, so I hope that you can take that with you. Okay, all right, but looking on the bright side, all right, and there's something here about forgiveness as well. Obviously trying to work something out with your partner, your ex-partner, or something to do with you know, what's going to happen and what you're going to do, especially when the younger ones are involved, you know, this younger person or child or children. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's move along the line. All right, so my number 4 Geminis. So this is for those of you with a birthday on the 31st of May, the 22nd, the 4th or the 13th of June. All right, so the 22nd of June, the 4th of June, or the 13th of June. Let's have a look. Sorry, the 22nd of May. So it would be the 22nd of May, the 31st of May, the 4th or the 13th of June. I do apologise. My mistake. Okay, so what do we have? So your cards, you have the Birds and the Man. All right, so the Birds and the Man, this is a conversation that you're going to have with a male here, a man, a male communicator. This is all about communication. So let's pull some tarot straight away and see what this communication could be about. All right, so I do feel it's heartfelt, whatever it is. And this is also about, where do we have that? There was something else here that I was picking up with this. Oh, yeah. Oh, Cherish, that's the card. Sorry, I forgot to pull the other oracle cards. I do apologise, but we'll carry on. Protect your relationships well, or your relationship. All right, so your relationship, even if it's with an ex-partner, your relationship with your child, a younger person, all right, so this is about cherishing and protecting. I did say that. I get this very strong protection feeling here with this reading. Overall, I'd say overall, I do feel a very protective energy here. But let's have a look. So, okay, we have the Tower, the World, and the Two of Cups. All right, so something has been closed off here, a relationship. But this is also about reconnecting. All right, so although you split up with someone, separation, divorce, whatever the situation is for you, it's very important when there's younger children involved or a child to sort of be civil and amicable about the situation, especially as parents. All right, so we do see something that crumbled, a relationship, something that you know, something that ended here. The World card, obviously, this brings more with the World card and the Two of Cups. This brings more of a as I say, amicable. I mean, you can still sort of be friends and get on for the sake of the kids, sort of thing. That sort of feeling I'm getting here. And the one that's communicating this is the man, all right? So maybe you've done your best, you know, whatever it is, if you're the man or, you know, the woman, it doesn't matter. But somebody here has done their best to protect the children, maybe because they were hurt. You know, sometimes we can play one off against the other, sort of thing. Anyway, this is great because it shows that there could be, you know, although one cycle was ended and it was devastating and it was, you know, it fell apart, it just shows here that maybe for this particular group of my number 4 Geminis, that something else is coming in here for you, all right, a new beginning, all right, as something ends and something else begins as well. Yeah, so very positive, you know, positive communication and doing things for the sake of peace and, you know, just getting on and thinking of the younger ones, sort of thing. Okay, so let's have a look. So let's move on to my number 5 Geminis. All right, number 5 Geminis. So you, if your birthday's on the 23rd of May, the 23rd, the 5th or the 14th of June. All right, so the cards that came out for you, my number 5s, was the Crossroads and the Dog. Okay, so the Crossroads and the Dog. So a choice, there could be a choice of companion, as I said, something ends, something else begins. So we always proceed from the previous reading, can carry over onto the next one, onto the next number. So it all intertwines here in some way. All right, so we have choice of companion or friend, a friendship path, the path it's going in, and also we do have the separation here, and we also have advice, and this is helpful advice. So this is lovely. Let's have a look. So remember, the Crossroads is a choice of who you choose to spend your time with, who you choose to have in your life, your choice of friends. Let's have a look. Oh, I don't know if you can hear that cutting the grass outside. Oh dear. Page of Wands, the Hangman, and the 8 of Swords. All right, so no need to I mean, I would say something here about obviously a new path. All right, and it has something to do with the path you take with somebody else. All right, there's some thinking to do here with that hangman. There's things to consider. All right, but whatever it is, it feels it's the beginning of something. All right, with the Page of Wands, it's something that you feel excited about, something to look forward to. But the problem here with the Eight of Swords is figuring out how to how you're going to work, how you're going to sort of work around this thing. All right, especially if you're committed to obviously a place where you live or anything like that. You know, you might be feeling a little bit stuck here. All right, my number fives. So yeah, but also here we do hear, this is great because we do have this conversation, because in this Page of Wands we do have the three birds there sitting on the tree branch. So that's you know, listening to maybe what others have to say, you know, or somebody has something to say, oh, okay, just one moment. That's it. Sorry. It's like the phone come up, it was ringing. So yeah, something exciting here is coming out. Let me just have a look at the cards. News. Something that you hear through the grapevine. I'm getting that as well. That is give you food for thought. Something that you've heard through the grapevine that's give you food for thought. And it may push you into, you know, a way of getting yourself out of a certain situation here, okay? So remember, we do have that crossroads, a choice, a path to take. And yeah, that's great. Okay, so, sorry, my phone keeps ringing, coming up with a call coming through, but gonna have to wait. All right, let's move on now to my number sixes. All right, so what do we have for my number sixes? So this is for those of you with a birthday on the 24th of May, the 6th or the 15th of June. All right, you will be a number 6, and your cards from the Lenormand is the birds and the ship. So straight away we have a conversation here about traveling, about a trip you're thinking of taking. Maybe there's a conversation here as well. Maybe this could be overseas, negotiations, anything like that, talking about a trip, travel plans. So that's a very strong message there. Maybe you're figuring out where to go. You know, where's the next place you're going to? Or maybe where's the next place you want to settle in? You know, it could be anything like that. But let's pull some tarot. What do we have for my number sixes? And let's have a look. Ace of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, and the Fool. Yeah, a new experience for you, my number 6 Geminis, all right, and very new experience. The Ace of Pentacles, all right, very lovely energy. This could be an offer of a new job in another country, abroad. It means obviously working as a team with that Three of Pentacles. Maybe you're in some sort of demand here, which is lovely. And the Fool card, all right, so leaping into a new experience or taking that leap of faith. So I like that. Okay, so number 7 Geminis, what do we have for you? Now this is the only 2 cards in the whole reading is my number 7s. There's just something here going on with you number 7s. And if you are a 7, then your birthday might be on the, well, it will be, well, it could be on the 25th of May, the 7th or the 16th of June. All right, so you have the snake and the fox. very challenging couple of cards here for you, all right? Now, this could be work problems. It could be an untrustworthy employer or employee, um, or a work rival, or a challenging relationship, all right? So whatever is happening here, I do feel there is some sort of, as I say, third party situation, all right? Somebody is trying to jeopardize a connection here in some way. If it's not love related, then it is probably work related, all right? So maybe there's problems at work, some sort of rivalry, anything like that, all right? But let's have a look. What do we have? Oh, went into a daze then, a daze. Let's have a look. The Chariot, the Knight of Wands, and the Page of Cups. All right, so there is definitely a third party situation going on here. Let's have a look at this Three of Cups. Just have a look at that one. Clarifying what I thought there, what I was picking up. A third party situation where somebody else is involved, another woman. I would say another woman with the snake. It usually represents the other woman. All right, so the Chariot here, all right, so this is a sort of back and forth energy here, especially with the Knight of Wands. It's about being in, you know, sort of being in, there's some sort of control issue here. You know, who is in control here? You, Gemini, or the person that you're dealing with? It looks like a free-for-all, to be honest with you, a free-for-all. So maybe you're in a situation where you've accepted that the person you with is in, as you and another connection, or that you, maybe it's you, Gemini, that has two connections that you're sort of going back and forth between, all right? So that's all that I've got to say there about that, really. So yeah, you just take what resonates there for you, all right, Gemini? So let's move on to number 8. So let me just turn my little page. There we go. So number 8. So if you're number 8, then you would be, your birthday would be on the 26th of May, the 8th or the 17th of June, all right? And this is a lovely combination because you have the child and the star. So this could be a child star, as so to speak, you know, just saying how it is there, you know, like a child that's, let me see, as I say, a high, I put here an early high achiever, all right, a child star, the trappings, but also the trappings of fame and fortune. And remember that child is the previous card before that, right next to that on that side. So we have someone in the past, the recent past, who's trying to tempt them into doing a younger person, a child, whatever, a younger person, to do something else, all right, that's not going to benefit them, because as they say, all that glitters is not gold. And the trappings, of course, the trappings I put there of fame and fortune. But other than that, a great combination of cards, especially if you are looking out for a younger person, as we see right at the beginning of the reading, this very protective energy here towards a younger person. Someone with a younger person that's got a lot of potential, and you're trying to protect their best interests in some way. All right, Gemini? So that's lovely. Let's have a look at our 3 cards. What do we have for this, for our number 8s? Okay, number 8. Let's have a look. Right, let's pull 3 cards. Just give me a moment. Lovely. King of Cups, Seven of Pentacles again, and the Four of Pentacles. All right, so let's have a look. So we have a child star. All right, somebody who has someone around them, possibly you, Gemini, or if you're the younger person, you have somebody around you who is very very protective, somebody that you can talk to, open up to, somebody who's very sympathetic. But also I feel here with these cards combined, we have a very stable energy here. All right, so this is about looking after your own interests here in some way. All right, and it's also about putting something away for a rainy day, especially if there's a younger person or child involved that is, as I say, a child star, somebody that investing their money wisely into something. All right, and not being trapped, you know, not sort of taking that bait of being getting trapped in as I say, in fame and fortune sort of thing. All right, so if we look at an example of a early high achiever, the only person that comes to mind, because I've been watching it recently, is the Beckham. All right, David Beckham, very young, worked so hard, you know, so hard, like, you know, Amy Winehouse, David Beckham. If you look at these people who are high achievers at a very early age, but they work so hard to get to that point. All right, and when all of a sudden, when things start happening and they start, you know, snowballing and everything, you know, you can get a little bit, obviously we need to turn to someone with more experience, wisdom and everything else for guidance. All right, so that's really the only example, well, not the only example, but one of the examples I can give. Yeah, so that's really nice. So let's move on. Our last number now is number 9. All right, so this is for those Gemini born on the 27th of May, the 9th or the 18th of June. All right, what we have here for you, my number 9s, you have the Stork and the Lilies. Now, this is all about like later life changes, things happening later, immature, you know, really like a good wine, really matured, you know, sort of energy, a new lease of life, a fresh, this is very a fresh start in some way. But it also gives you an opportunity, my number 9 Geminis, to maybe, you know, obviously more mature, older in age here. It gives you a chance that maybe we can be talking to some retiree Geminis here as well. This will give you a great opportunity to finish and maybe finish projects or things that you've been trying to do that you haven't finished yet. All right, finish what you've been putting off. All right, so that's the sort of energy and messages I was getting through there. Now, this is also connected here to the child star, so this would be you sort of sitting down and giving the best advice you can give through your own experiences, all right, to a younger person. So that's really lovely. All right, so let's pull a couple of tarot cards for you, my number 9s, and see what we have. Sorry guys, I did pull oracle cards, but I just feel because I have sort of haven't bothered with them, so to speak, I don't think, you know, things happen in readings for a reason. So, you know, I feel that sort of spirit or something is telling me that I don't need those cards. I just need to sort of read what's on the table at the moment, you know, so I don't, that's why I've sort of forgot them, and it hasn't been at the forefront of the reading to sort of pick up the oracle cards. So, yeah. So there you go. Right, so let's pull 3 cards now for you, number 9 Geminis, okay? And we'll finish off the reading there. Okay, so we have the 5 of Cups. We have the 2 of Pentacles. And we have the 4 of Cups. Wow. Wow, my number 9s. Later life changes, all right? A new lease of life. But this is also releasing. I would say this is releasing whatever's happened in the past for you, like really finally sort of letting something go here, all right? Obviously something, because we all go through really painful and hurtful experiences. It's a part of life, okay? We all go through it, all right? But this is also balancing as well. So I would say whatever's happened, I am picking up these cards here with the snake and the fox there being there as well, you know, playing sort of with that 2 of coins there in the middle, sort of playing, burning the candle at both ends, all right? This is a time to slow down. If you look at this 4 of Cups, it's like a position of sort of meditation there, all right? So needing to slow down. And it's about facing you know, sort of like your fears, regrets, anything like that, the heartache. It's like facing it and sort of dealing with it, you know, bringing more balance to your life in some way, okay? And yeah, that's lovely. I like the 4 of Cups in this deck. I do like that. Nice. Anyway, I'll leave it there, Gemini. Okay, that's what I have for you at this particular time. All right, and as I say, thank you for listening to me. I don't know how to do that timestamp thing because I'm recording on the phone still, so I don't think you can do this timestamp thing on the phone. So if you do know anyone out there, if there's another tarot card reader that knows all about the timestamps, please do send me a message and maybe give me some advice of what to do with that, all right? So that that you can move on to the numbers that you want to, or the, you know, if we're doing a collective or whatever, a check-in, you know, it's always handy, especially for something like this, because I'm doing different numbers. So if there's anyone out there that can help me, I would appreciate it. Thank you so much. Anyway, Gemini, thank you for listening. As they say, please do like, share and subscribe. Can't even get that word out if you can. All right, take care of yourselves. Bye, Gemini.